Finally, the wait is over. The expert testimony in the SEC versus Ripple litigation has been prolonged for another month, adding to the discontent in the digital asset market, particularly among XRP investors and legal representatives for cryptocurrency firms and underpinnings. As this case took decades to finish, Hogan announces that it may end in April 2022. So guys, today we are going to look at this hot topic of the day. Before we head on to that, make sure to enable all your notifications to our channel to keep up with all the hottest secrets in the world of XRP and be with us till the end. Now, let's have a quick summary. A lawsuit filed at the end of 2020 might very well determine the future of Bitcoin and blockchain technology. The SEC filed a complaint against Ripple Labs and two of its executives on December 22, 2020. According to the lawsuit, they traded $1.3 billion in their cryptocurrency XRP as a security without registering it with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Since then, Ripple and others have replied by claiming that the SEC is prejudiced in its judgment. The current incarnation of the litigation, as well as a synopsis of each side of the argument, may be found below. Claims of the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. In a court action filed at the end of December, the SEC asserted that XRP is a security since it was used to fund Ripple's platform, which facilitates money transfers for retailers. The platform's management were also wealthy as a result of the XRP sales. Securities had to be registered with the SEC, and some financial information had to be publicly reported according to SEC requirements. The purpose is to protect investors' interests while combating fraud. The Commission uses the Howey test to determine whether a virtual currency is a security, which is based on the Supreme Court's 1946 decision in SEC versus W.J. Howey Co. If an asset is sold with the hope of rewards coming from the work of others, it is considered a security. The Howey test would pass XRP as defined by the SEC in its case.
How'd you pass the test?
Ripple's reaction. The vast majority of corporations that are targeted in this manner by the SEC settle. However, this is not the case with Ripple. They have decided to battle the SEC rather than comply with its requests. Why? They allege the SEC is biased in its application of the security concept to virtual currency. If this is proven to be correct, the Commission's authority will be weakened, not to mention the credibility of its argument. Due to a change in schedule, the case will most likely be completed in August or September 2022, according to attorney Jeremy Hogan, one of the icons in the XRP community who summarized the situation. To summarize the arguments, according to the SEC, Ripple was allegedly selling XRP as an unregistered security. They believe Ripple's platform is not decentralized because of its participation in funding it. Ripple believes that the SEC classifies companies based on bias rather than merit, or even well-defined rules. They contend that their operations aren't significantly different from those of other platforms that have been granted permission. The litigation is currently in the discovery process, which means that both sides are gathering information to support their respective allegations. It'll probably be years before we have a definitive answer. What is the significance of this? What does all of this mean for the future of cryptocurrency? Many virtual currencies are now governed under CFTC laws, which are significantly less stringent than those imposed by the SEC. If the SEC prevails, it will have regulatory authority over most virtual currencies now traded. Since the technology was created to be independent of strong government rules, there's a good probability that this additional scrutiny will impede its development in the United States.
United States?
Yeah.
Other countries would most likely take the lead in developing it. If Ripple wins, however, the CFTC's weaker standards will most certainly apply, allowing blockchain technology to evolve more freely. A potential disadvantage would be the lack of legal protections against illegal behavior, though many argue that the possibility of anything being used in a crime does not justify limiting legitimate use. The XRP lawsuit may have ended in January 2022. Mr. Hogan has been asked several times throughout the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit when the case would be over. The fear of the time limit is justified given that XRP holders are putting their hard-earned money at risk. His maiden forecast was that the litigation would be settled around now. In June 2021, Hogan stated, I don't see the case being decided at summary judgment until early 2022, maybe January. Earlier that year, he amended his forecasts in the wake of 2 fact discovery extensions, one asked solely by the SEC and the other filed in a joint motion. Ripple's CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, is optimistic that the Securities and Exchange Commission's (SEC) case will be resolved by April 2022. In a CNBC interview, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse updated users on the company's progress in 2021. "We're seeing pretty good progress despite a slow-moving judicial process," Garlinghouse added. Jeremy Hogan has previously advocated the premise that April could influence the lawsuit's result and liberate XRP holders from their frozen assets on US-based trading platforms. Due to the rapid spread of the COVID-19 variation Omicron and other personal problems, Judge Sarah Netburn has approved a new joint request to extend expert discovery by a month. The chances of the judge dismissing the request were nil because Ripple consented to the delay.
We agreed.
Expert discovery is currently set to conclude on February 28, 2022. As the SEC versus Ripple case nears its conclusion, crypto analyst, trader, and educator at Bitboy Crypto predicts a surge in the altcoin's price. The analyst wrote on Twitter,
on this settlement in the last couple of days. We'll talk about XRP rallying here in a few minutes. But the thing about it is that the thing is, yesterday on the show on Around the Blockchain, I want you guys to think about this. Now, Brad Garlinghouse said he believed this would be over in January. Keep that in mind. So we do have kind of a marker for when he said he thinks it will be over. Wendy, Aaron from Altcoin Daily, and also Rice from Rice TV, all on the show yesterday on Around the Blockchain, all said they do not believe the XRP case will be settled in the next 6 months. That makes me really bullish.
The YouTube channel Coins Kids analysts are bullish on the Ripple price. Analysts expect the altcoins rally to continue with a target price of $27 based on their technical analysis. At 87 cents, FX Street experts feel Ripple's pricing is a long opportunity for investors. Watch this.
Really, I see the maximum upside potential here should be limited to that $1.10 zone, $1.20, somewhere around there. And the downside risk should be limited to the 80-cent even level.
The prediction for April was very, very optimistic. Attorney Jeremy Hogan admitted in a video aired on January 13th that his earlier prognosis of an end date in April or May was very, very, very optimistic. Considering the deadline for detection and a 5-month briefing period, we are at the end of July before the judge even gets the case to make a decision, he emphasized. The decision will take some time, and that puts us out until August, September 2022. According to attorney Jeremy Hogan, the parties can agree on a shorter time range and the judge will acquiesce. But do you think the SEC would agree to shorter time frames? Me neither. To sum up, the revised estimate is that the SEC versus Ripple action will not be determined judicially until at least August 2022, and more likely September of this year, presuming no more unforeseen delays. A settlement is still feasible if the SEC feels intimidated by Ripple's discoveries and arguments over the next few months. While it would seem logical for Ripple to seek a settlement in order to resume normal operations, Brad Garlinghouse has stated that he intends to pursue the lawsuit to its conclusion. What does the future have in store for us? We will have to wait and see. The SEC versus Ripple lawsuit is set to go through a long and presumably messy courtroom battle, and we're all waiting to see what happens, isn't it? Well, we have come to the end of our video. Hope you enjoyed it. Yes, before winding up, do keep in mind that this is not financial advice and we do not recommend to buy or sell tokens. Do consider this for educational purposes and do consider taking time to research before investing and also get help from the experts. Until then, stay bullish.